fortunate they never hurt anyone. This is a nonviolent group. And that definition means that property destruction is not violence. If you want to define property destruction as violence, somehow you're going to have to put a brain and central nervous system within a thing. Because it is not a sentient being. It cannot feel violence. So we can get into the semantics of that. That's a whole separate question. But I do not consider it violence. Some people in the movement do. But the idea here is that no one has the right to use property to harm other living beings and harm any other form of life. And that anyone who does claim that right, someone else has a higher right to take that property away from them. So if a sealer is using a club with a spike on the end, a metal spike, to bash in a baby seal's skull, what am I supposed to say? His property rights override the rights of that baby seal to live? Hell no. I'm going to grab that club, I'm going to throw it in the water. Because the right to life supersedes the right to property. So when the ALF goes into a laboratory and steals animals, they're not stealing anything because those animals are no one's property in the first place. And when they smash and destroy equipment that is used to kill and maim animals, that's not vandalism because there's a higher ethical purpose. I call it sabotage. Ethical sabotage. The ALF and ELF are today's marvelous new militancy. They're the new marvelous militancy in the context of the politics of nature. The ALF are not terrorists. They're counter-terrorists. They're freedom fighters. We know who the real terrorists are. They're the ones in the highest office of the state and running the multinational corporations. Was it wrong for the Underground Railroad in this country in the 19th century to help the slaves escape? They were someone's property. Was it wrong for the Nazi resistance movement to destroy the railroad equipment and the gas ovens of the Nazi oppressors that were killing human beings? No. Then why is it wrong for the ALF to destroy property of those industries that are killing animals? Let's think straight. Why is it that we support and lionize those people who fight in the Underground Railroad and against the Nazis? But when it comes to those who will fight for animals, suddenly we get moralistic about that property destruction. Maybe it's because there's a latent speciesism in our minds that is, it's okay to destroy property or even to kill to protect human life, but oh no, not for animals. But I do believe in animal rights. That's a logical inconsistency. If we want to compare the ALF to something, as people like to compare it today, don't compare it to the Al-Qaeda. Don't compare it to Saddam Hussein's Republican Guard. Compare them to the Nazi resistance fighters. Compare them to the Underground Railroad movement. Compare them to today's peace and justice movements. Because the ALF is all about bringing peace and justice to the entire bio community. It is a peace and justice movement. This planet is in a crisis state. We live in an era of rainforest destruction, incredible overpopulation, and species extinction. The earth is burning. Are we going to play fiddles? Are we going to grab the fire hoses? Are we going to watch it on TV? Are we going to crash the corporate party? Are we sheep or are we revolutionaries? Nothing against being a sheep. We are the patriots. We are the future. We are the only ones who can save this planet, those of us who resist this insanity. We must attack the real terrorists, those in the highest offices of the land. Let's stop acting like we're in a conversation, because we're in a war. Liberation politics, it's not a game, it's not a trend, it's not a hobby. It's a long, bloody, protracted war. The Patriot Act is meant to intimidate us. That only means we have to escalate our struggle all the more. They want us to feel afraid. I want them to feel afraid of us. I want them to feel the fear. They talk about us being intimidating, using politics of coercion and intimidation. Who's intimidating who? Didn't we just get intimidated here the last 2 days? And we're terrorists because we use intimidation? We're not using enough intimidation. I want them having nightmares. I want them fearful that we're creeping into their bedrooms every minute. I say to them, I say to the state and to the industries that are exploiting the animals and the earth, we're in a war. We're coming. No matter what you do, regardless of anything you say, we're coming anyway. I don't want the crumbs off your table. I want the whole goddamn loaf of liberation. And we're coming to take it. Can I hear it from the terrorists in the room? Can I hear it from the warriors? Can I hear it from the extremists? Can I hear it from the patriots?